Recently I made a video about disappearing of co-op games. If you're interested, you can find the video here. But with the idea that they are disappearing, I thought it was a time to revive them, or at least try to revive them, and find the most interesting games that you can play on your couch with friends. The games will not be ranked in order of quality, but simply the list in sequence. So it doesn't mean that number 1 is the best of them. Since they are all different, I don't think it would be fair to evaluate which is better than other. Also, the games will not be limited to consoles or PCs, they gonna be on all. They will be from various platforms, but you will be able to run all of them on PC using emulators. In any case, please enjoy the list of my top 5 best couch co-op games.
Number 1.
Crawl. If you like dungeon crawlers or roguelikes and have at least one friend, this game is for you. It's incredibly unique and fun. The maximum number of players can be up to 4. But even if you don't have many friends, you can still play with 3 bots who are really smart and know what they're doing. So the goal of the game is that you and your friends are in a dungeon and one of you are the hero trying to conquer the dungeon, while other friends are ghosts and trying to kill the main player by any means. When someone successfully kills the hero, then the killer becomes the hero. Although it seems like being a hero should be the most fun in this game, it's not necessarily the case. At the beginning of the game you choose your god and lineup of monsters that you can transform into. The gods are different and they have unique benefits that gives a hero or a monster some stat boosts. Each time a hero kills a monster, they gain experience, and ghosts gain wrath, which you can use at the end of the level to upgrade your monsters, making them stronger or even transforming them into entirely different monsters. The game was released in 2017, and ever since its release I've been playing it with friends whenever we have some time. It's incredibly engaging and few hours with it fly by quickly. The game is available on PC and can be found on Steam platform.
Number 2.
Hogs of War. If you were born between 90s and 2000s, you probably encounter a game called Worms. It's a fantastic game that lets you take turns, each lasting from 15 seconds to 60 seconds depending on how you set it up, to fight against your friends. Theoretically, the game can be played with just one controller, so in the 2000s, inspired by Worms, Gremlin Interactive created a pig shooter from a third perspective and in 3D. You have 5 pigs and your opponent has 5, so you take turns trying to destroy each other's pigs. But you can only control one pig at one time, for a limited time, just like Worms. The game is very fun, especially since the pigs move quite clumsily and constantly throw out funny phrases. Just like Worms, you get various weapons that you can use against your enemies. There's also a campaign mode that you can play with your friend and control your squad together. But the real fun is when you compete against each other. The game can be found on PS1, PS3, PSP and PC platforms. However, to be honest, the PC port of the game is very broken and probably will never be fixed. So if you want to try this game, choose the PS1 version with one of its emulators. The game can be played up to 4 people.
Number 3.
Vampire Survivors. The game is fun both alone and with a full group of 4 people. It looks primitive, but it is incredibly enjoyable to play with friends. Initially you have only 4 characters, and with each run you try to survive. At first enemies comes really slow and it's not that difficult, but soon their numbers increase and they get stronger. But your character also grows stronger and you can upgrade them and gain new skills or abilities. Every monster you kill is important because they drop experience points, and you gradually increase your level and collect money to unlock new characters. With a new character the game becomes different again. They have different starting abilities and you can build them differently. This game is very addictive, but not in a bad way. It just gradually reveals more and more what you can do unlocking new map, gaining new skill, unlocking new characters, and so on and so on. There's always something new every run. The most satisfying moment is when you reach the 30-minute mark for the first time and survive together with your friends. On this game we spent the most amount of time with my friends.
Number 4.
Minecraft Dungeons. This is a hack-and-slash dungeon crawler RPG based on Diablo 2. It's a very fun game and very simple and easy to understand, so you can even play with friends who aren't an ARPG fans. You kill monsters, level up, collect items and have a good time. This game is quite flexible in terms of difficulty, so you can play with slower players. Or for example, I usually play this game with my daughter, which is 5 right now. But at the same time, it's deceiving with its simplicity, as you gradually discover additional systems that intrigue even veterans. Although Minecraft is usually aimed for younger audience, we often play it with not just my daughter, but with our group of friends also. You can play it with up to 4 people, but in reality sharing one screen with 4 people is quite difficult when the game is action-based RPG, and managing inventory, looking at new items really slows down the game pace. So even though it is possible to play up to 4 players, I personally don't recommend more than 2 players. But of course it all depends on your group of friends. Because this is a game from Microsoft, it is available for all the platforms.
Number 5.
Dungeon League. This is yet another dungeon RPG with arena combat elements. Up to 4 players can play with option for team-based 2v2 or even battle royale when everyone is for themselves. There is also a single player called Gauntlet mode, but the most fun game mode is battle royale. Each game map has its unique objective you need to complete. Also you level up and upgrade skills. This game is different from Crawl is that each player has their own character that can only be used by one person per game, so no 2 champions can be in the same game. You collect gold and try to kill your opponents. When that time runs out or you achieve victory, you go back to the menu where you can learn new skills or upgrade old ones. You can also buy new items that can increase your stats, just like the same way as MOBA style game, except that you're fighting 1v1 or 2v2 instead of 5v5. It's definitely worth trying out with a group of friends. Recently it also gained the option to play online, but this video is not about that, so it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to mention it. You can play this game with up to 4 or at least 2 players. You can find this game only on Steam. Unfortunately, it's only available for PC. So these are my favorite games that we usually play whenever a few of us get together. I hope you find some games you like and will try them out. So call your friends together and revive couch co-op gaming. But maybe you're wondering why couch co-op games are being killed by big companies. Here's a video for that.